Bangladesh is angry, really angry. Dhaka says it is outraged that former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina addressed a virtual gathering from New Delhi to mark 2 years of her ouster. Its complaint that India should have behaved like a good neighbour. But here's the obvious question: has Bangladesh behaved like a good neighbour? Because diplomacy is built on one simple principle: reciprocity. If you expect sensitivity from your neighbour, shouldn't you show some yourself? August 2024 changed Bangladesh forever. The student protests snowballed into a political upheaval. Sheikh Hasina fled. A new political order emerged. The promise? A more democratic Bangladesh. But 2 years later, has the country become more stable, or has it simply become more hostile, especially towards India? At a virtual event held in Delhi, Sheikh Hasina's son, Sajib Wajid Roy, made a provocative claim. He argued that post-Hasina Bangladesh increasingly resembles another Pakistan from India's strategic perspective. You may agree or disagree with that assessment, but it is worth asking, why are such comparisons being made at all? The most visible victims over the past year have been Bangladesh's Hindu minorities. There have been repeated reports of attacks on homes, temples, religious processions. The latest controversy comes from Gaibandha. Construction of an 81-foot statue of Lord Ram inside a Kali temple had reportedly reached nearly 80% completion. Then Islamist groups swooped in. The project has now been suspended. Whether through direct violence or intimidation, the message reaching the minority communities in Bangladesh has been unmistakable. And the violence hasn't stopped there. It's not just about the religious minorities. Former Bangladesh cricket captain Shakib Al Hasan reportedly became the latest target after he appeared during Sheikh Hasina's virtual event in Delhi. His house was attacked. Reports say it was set on fire. The allegation that he was close to the Awami League. In today's Bangladesh, political identity itself appears capable of making someone a target. And that raises uncomfortable questions about the space for dissent. Now let's move beyond domestic politics, because India's concerns are not limited to internal developments. They are strategic. Bangladesh has steadily expanded economic and infrastructure cooperation with China. During Tariq Rahman's recent China visit, Dhaka allotted a 110-acre economic zone at Mongla Port to a Chinese state-owned company. The location is barely 180 kilometres from Kolkata. Interestingly, this very same project had earlier been earmarked for an Indian company under bilateral understandings. Then there's the Teesta River project. Bangladesh has allowed Beijing to fast-track the technical feasibility study for the Teesta River project, a project that India has watched very carefully because of its strategic and water-sharing implications. None of these decisions are illegal. Every sovereign country really has the right to choose its partners, but sovereign choices also shape strategic trust. Bangladesh appears to have chosen China over India. India has categorically said it has no role in organising Sheikh Hasina's virtual conference. According to New Delhi, it was organised by a private media entity. Yet, Bangladesh reacted as though India had officially hosted a political event. Which brings us back to reciprocity. India has repeatedly expressed concerns over three issues: an expanding Chinese footprint, growing Pakistan links, and the increasing influence of anti-India Islamist organizations. Alongside this, campaigns calling for boycotts of Indian goods have become more visible in Bangladesh. If Dhaka expects India to be sensitive to Bangladesh's political concerns, shouldn't Bangladesh also acknowledge India's security concerns? That's how neighbourhood diplomacy works. 2 years after the political upheaval, Bangladesh also faces a bigger question. What has actually improved? Supporters of the new order promise democratic renewal, but critics are arguing that law and order has weakened. Islamist groups have gained greater influence, and domestic political rivalries increasingly are shaping foreign policy. In particular, Sheikh Hasina's close ties with India became a political weapon that may have worked in domestic politics. But geography does not change. India remains Bangladesh's largest neighbour, its biggest regional trading partner, and an unavoidable strategic reality. Bangladesh has every right to debate Sheikh Hasina's legacy, to choose its own political future, and to define its foreign policy. But it cannot demand one standard from India while following another itself. Good neighbours are not measured by speeches, they are measured by consistent actions. I'm Aditi Prasad, you're watching Times Access. Do click on the bell icon below to subscribe and never miss an update from us.
If they had a nuclear weapon, you would...
The old rules are breaking. Alliances are shifting.
Apologise again to the victims of the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Wars are redrawing maps. Oil routes can shake economies overnight. One election in America can impact markets in Mumbai.
No tax on tips.
One move by China can alter the balance in Asia. One conflict in West Asia can hit every Indian household. This is no longer a distant story. This is our story. Your story. Because for the first time in decades, India is not watching from the sidelines. India is rising. India is negotiating. India is balancing rivals. India is building military strength. India is shaping trade routes. India is becoming central to the new global order. And yet, most global news is still told through someone else's lens. Washington's lens, Beijing's lens, London's lens. But where is India's lens? Where is the platform that explains the world? From our perspective. Welcome to India's Axis, a new destination for geopolitics, strategy and power seen through India's eyes. From Neighborhood Watch to the biggest global stories that matter to you. Why tensions in the Taiwan Strait matter to India. How one move by China can affect India's security. What turmoil in Pakistan means for regional stability. How Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bhutan shape India's neighborhood. Why oil choke points can hit your wallet. How wars abroad can reshape India's security. This is not noise. This is not shouting. This is not recycled headlines. This is sharp, intelligent storytelling. Daily explainers, war room analysis, strategic conversations. Because news is everywhere, but perspective is rare, and in the age of confusion, clarity is power. Axis is for the audience that wants more than headlines. The axis of global power is shifting. India is at the center of that shift. It's time the world was explained accordingly. To understand the world through India's strategic lens. Subscribe now.